Going on, you guys? It is Coach here, and today I wanted to talk about a mobbing tier list for WonderKing. A lot of people have been asking me what are the best field trainers in WonderKing, so today we're going to go ahead and try to answer that question to the best of our ability. We're going to try to make this a little bit quicker too. Some of the stuff you can discover on Reddit. A lot of this stuff has already been broken down over there, so if you guys are interested in some of the deeper information, I would definitely go and check out the Reddit. There's all the detailed class breakdowns in there and all the changes and the modifications from the rebalance that had happened recently. So we're going to go ahead and put it all on a list so that way that you can kind of see which one's the best, which one's not the best, and you can make your own decisions from there. Okay, so starting off first, we're going to have Dark Lord. Honestly, Dark Lord is not that great of a mopper. Although this class is considered one of the best starting classes for bossing, as far as a field trainer, this class has a lot of issues. It really can only hit no more than like 6 enemies at a time, and that's if you're in a really crowded area. It really only has one skill that is very good for potential mobbing. It does have a shackle, which could pull enemies towards it, but unfortunately, when you use this skill in later areas, it doesn't actually pull the mobs towards you. I guess that they just remove that effect from the monsters as you become stronger. Because of that, I would put this in C tier. I wouldn't say that there's any class that's like absolutely horrible, but I will say that Dark Lord for sure is one of those classes that are on the lower end for sure. Next up, we've got Strider. Strider's mobbing skills are actually pretty decent. It has some decent mobility, but the thing is that there's a lot of lag in between the mobility, so it's not as smooth as it could be. However, when it comes to its actual mobbing, it gets 2 platform mobbing for the majority of the maps in the game, which is very good. When it comes to the bigger maps, it might feel a little bit clunky, but in general, whenever you're just using your 1-second skill, it genuinely is a decent overall experience. I'm going to go ahead and put Strider in tier list A. Next up, we've got Cardinal. I like Cardinal. Cardinal also can go into A tier. Cardinal, for what it is, once you start to get into its final job, it actually becomes a very decent mobber. It handles mobbing situations very well, and it doesn't really need a lot of damage. And with the damage boost that it got from this class rebalance, it has all the damage that it needs to complete mobbing and actually compete when it comes to mobbing with other classes. It might need to be a little bit stronger than others, but in general, when it comes to the area of effect that it has, it definitely is one of the big ones. Next up, we've got Beastkeeper, and everybody already knows how I feel about Beastkeeper. We're gonna go ahead and put Big Beastkeeper at the top. It's literally the best class to mob in the game. There's no in between now. Like, it's so good. I can't even continue to explain that the tier 3 platform mobbing is literally some of the best in the game, and it makes it easy, especially when you're in the smaller maps. You can literally just go from one side to another and just be on the bottom lane and completely clear whole maps. It's the only class with the potential to do that, and that's what makes it really nice. Next up, we've got Zenocider. Zenocider's not terrible, but it is a little bit slow, but I would say that it's better than Dark Lord, so I'm gonna put him in B tier. Honestly, would genuinely put him in C tier right above Dark Lord, just because of the lag between the 1-second skill, man. That it kills me every time, and all of its 1-second skills have a slight lag in the beginning. Like, yeah, it's good and it can hit a large amount of enemies, but it's only one platform grinding, and on top of that, it's just the animation, it feels slow, and comparatively when you're doing boss runs with this class compared to others, it feels slower. So in general, we'll just go ahead and put him in C tier. I know that we're not talking about bossing, but I'm just talking about the overall feel of Xenocider. It really does play a lot into the mobbing, so I'll go ahead and put it down here. Next up is Temple Knight. We're gonna put Temple Knight in S tier. Actually, Temple Knight surprised me when I found out that it actually has tier 3 mobbing. It actually can hit a platform above and below it, so this makes it one of the better mobbing classes. Yeah, it's not as good as Beastkeepers, but it's definitely tier 3 platforming, so that gives Temple Knight a little bit more of a better overall consensus when it comes to mobbing. Next up, we've got Sorcerer. I like Sorcerer. I'm gonna go ahead and put Sorcerer probably in between Cardinal and Strider. Actually, no, I'm gonna put him here because in my opinion, Sorcerer has a really snappy 1-second skill, and I really do enjoy that about Sorcerer. So I think that in general, it's got a really snappy, fast 1-second skill, and it feels good. And if you pair that with the if you pair that with the teleporting, you will actually have yourself a really nice way of mobbing really quickly. This is the only class in the game that has the ability to quote unquote fly. Literally, if you jump and you teleport, you can just keep teleporting and teleporting and teleporting, and it's kind of like flying in a sense, but you won't be able to attack while you're in this state. But in general, when it comes to actually mobilizing around a map, you can actually mobilize very nicely with this class, so that's why I put it up pretty high. But because it's only a 2 platform grinder at times, most of the time it will be a 1 platform grinding class. It's somewhat decent, but it really depends on the map. So when you get later on, it becomes more of a 2-platform map because they design the maps a little bit differently after level 1000. So it's really important to actually keep that in mind. And then last but not least, we have Shadow Attacker. This class is the only class that I feel like got touched when it came to its mobbing situation. It used to be a tier 3 mobber, but now it's only hitting 1 platform in some of the more important areas in the game. So for right now, I just think that it's only a tier B mobber. It's not really that great, but it's not really the worst either, you know what I mean? Like, you can get the best of both worlds if you play Shadow Attacker. I think that right now Shadow Attacker is probably in the best quote-unquote position that it's been in. Technically worse after the rebalance, but it's overall better because it has better burst. It's just that it lost some of its mobbing mechanics. It doesn't hit all those platforms it used to before, which is totally fine with me. It needs to be balanced out anyways. It was a bit strong prior to the rebalance, but it seems like now they're starting to get things in a bit more of a better order. But yeah, there you go, you guys. That's the mobbing tier list from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The mobbing tier list, I think overall is relatively decent. I think that it gives some classes an opportunity to shine in places where they don't, especially when it comes to bossing. So whenever you're not bossing, you want to definitely pick up one of these classes to go ahead and field train. Thank you guys so much, and get the comment, like, subscribe, check out the WonderKing Reddit. Don't forget to check out my Twitch. All the links will be down below in the description, and I will see you guys later. Thanks.